we we are together today. You and I are meeting up today to discuss my brother Norman, Spec 5 Norman Jones Jr., who served in United States Army 1968 in Vietnam, where he lost his life. The day that I found out about my brother's death, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law came to my husband and I's apartment, and they were the ones that told me that my brother was gone. I never asked them how they knew. I just know that's what they said. So, of course, right away I called my mom, and my mom said, yes, it is true, he is gone. So we all just got dressed and headed over to mom's house just so all our family could be together, of which my dad and my mom, I had younger siblings, they were all there. So that's how it all started.
And tell me about the first time that you saw him when he was returned.
The first time I saw him, I really don't, I remember it well. I don't know it's like I'm the oldest child, so, and my parents were just out of it. And it was like I was the one that had to stand strong and give direction to everybody else, take information, process it. But it was so painful to me. But I knew it was something that I had to do because I was the oldest. And that meant since I was the oldest, what mom and dad couldn't do, I had to do. So it really, I was kind of here but not here. Just kind of going through the motions. But I had the job I had to do, so I did what I had to do. The way my brother lost his life, according to what I was told, is that he was killed by a sniper. I don't have any real detail about it, but that much I know. This was told to my parents by a young man that served with my brother. You're giving no specific information, but it's just like he was killed by a sniper. And so that's really what you really want to know. How did he die? And that's how he died.
So when a soldier dies in combat now, there are police escorts, there are essentially parades to honor their memory. What was it like at that time? It was a different time. What was it like for you when your brother came home?
Terrible. For my brother, when he came home, in our town, in Elyria, that's where we were born and raised, people came out. I don't know how many. Oh, the church was packed. I have no problem with the support we got from those that we knew, some that we didn't know. But it was people that served in Vietnam, they just didn't get the respect. The war was, it was no less devastating, but they didn't pay. The young men died, and for the country, for our country, for us to keep us free, but they didn't get any real validation because of what they were doing. They came home maimed, and some were just, their minds were gone. Just so many terrible things, terrible fires, and it was awful. But the support from the communities, in the little small communities that you come from, or your family or whatever, that was wonderful. But overall, governmental support, they didn't get it. It was like So there was a war, so they died. Okay, we'll give you a couple of dollars. That's good enough. But that's not what people want. We wanted our young men and young women to be treated fairly, to be given respect like they're giving now. You're seeing highways with different ones' names, memorial highways. And that's what I look at. I'm like, why can't my brother have that? He gave his life. He died. Just like the memorials that you see when you're going around town, you see them all the time up and down the highways. Certain stretch of highway says so and so memorial highway. You know, I think that the guys that and the gals that served in Vietnam, they got shortchanged. They really did.
So, even though all this time has passed, if you were to drive down a road tomorrow and see a sign dedicated to your brother, what would that mean to you?
The world. I would think to myself, he finally got the recognition that he deserved. And it's not just my brother. It's all of those that gave their lives. It's not just about him. It's about hundreds and thousands and thousands that died in a wait. To me, it's wasted. Their lives were wasted. And they should have had much better recognition than they did, much more respect than they got. There is a sense of comfort that I see because now we have some memorials, like here in our area. There's the Vietnam Memorial out in Amherst, and that was just great when that was erected. It's a good feeling when you go and you read the names of different ones. Some you know, some of them you don't know. Because there were those other than my brother that we knew. Some we still learning some even now, this late. The young man that put my brother's paver in at Elyria, at Ely Park, downtown Elyria Park. He served side by side with my brother, and he said it was a pleasure. He said I really enjoyed being the one that put his paver in, and so it's better now than it was. But I'm so sorry that it took so long. I wish that when they had come home, they could have had a ticker tape parade. Everybody would have been out glad to see them, you know. They probably would have felt so much better, I'm sure. I think they kind of felt like they were left out.
Tell me a little bit about your brother growing up.
Oh my. My brother was busy. He was always doing something. He was a positive hustler. He'd pick up pop bottles and shine shoes and just cut grass, rake leaves, anything to make a little honest money. And he always wanted to come home and bring something to Mama. He was always about making sure Mama had what Mama needed. And I always put it like this, he was a good boy. And he was.
Do you have something of your brother's that connects you to him still?
Not material wise. I have some pictures, that type thing, but I don't have anything that's material wise that connects me to my brother. But I have a lot of memories. A lot of memories.